Nanny Affair 2, The Assignment, Chapter 10. You blink as Sophia walks in the laboratory as though she owns it. I guess she kinda does. We've been working really hard on these new specs you asked for, Miss Russo. Yes, you already mentioned that. And practically has doubled from what it was last spring. I read your report, and I'd really like to know is how your new recruit is doing. And follow me to my office, please. Sophia, what are you doing here? Is this some kind of joke? And isn't this Evan's office? It's mine now, and you have to admit, it is pretty funny. You should have seen your face when I walked in. I imagine it's almost as good as your face covered in whipped cream. Oh, for the love of... Can you act mature for your age for one moment? You see a flash of anger in Sophia's eyes, but she quickly covers it, and see, this is what happens. I admit you did catch me by surprise on our brunch, but I've got plenty more important things to focus on, like using you for the next phase of my plan. The next phase? Of course, you didn't think you got this job on your own, did you? Oh no, I'm shocked. Well, yeah. If it makes you feel any better, even had no idea. You got the job on your own in that sense, just as I knew you would. So, you wanted me to work here, to ruin my relationship with Sam? You knew how upset she'd be if I took this job, so you dangled it in front of me like bait. Oh, things rocky between you. I'm heartbroken to hear it. It's cute you think you're the center of all this, but you're only a means to an end. I'm not your pawn. You can't just use me like this. I already have. I entered this competition late, so I needed to level the playing field somehow. I did try to warn you, remember? You have to admit it's a good plan. Sam will spend all of her energy trying to keep you her dirty little secret, and you won't let you get away with this. And how exactly do you plan on stopping me? By quitting? That ruined your career far more than it affects mine. You clench your fist, knowing that she has a point. Sophia smirks as her silence is acceptance. Now, if we are going to bring this division at the top of the Dalton Russo, we need to think bigger. This is why I want you to lead the next new project. You want me to lead a project? What's the catch? Let me guess, I have to break up with Sam? You know, I never realized how funny you are. Sophia reaches in her briefcase and pulls out a thick, well-used folder. Biodegradable materials. It looks like this has been researched thoroughly already. Sophia reaches in her briefcase again. This time the folder she holds you is crisp and new. This might help. It's our findings from Russo Industries. Even at a glance, you can tell this is exactly kind of the project you've always wanted to work on. This project is the whole point of the merger between Dalton and Russo, sharing resources to make new discoveries and help the world. And if it helps me win control over the company, all the better. Fine, I'm in, but that doesn't mean we're friends or anything. Oh, of course it doesn't. I'm your boss. I'll let Evan know the plan. Oh, and I'll need to see results in 2 weeks. That's hardly any time. There's a big project, or product, expo in Monte Carlo, then the investors expect to be wowed as I do. You look down at the files in front of you and you take a deep, steadying breath. Then I'd better get to work. Chop chop. The next 2 weeks blur by. You settle into a routine with your coworkers. Morning, Anna. Arietta offers you a to-go cup with your favorite morning drink, and you trade him for the bagel bag in your other hand. Onion bagel? I don't know. Now, what's this big idea you messaged me about last night? Well, I was looking over the biodegradable research from Russo again. You also managed to sneak a few fleeting moments with Sam. Good morning, Anna. I can see you're in early yet again. Yep, what can I say? I just can't get enough of everything Dalton. Finally, the morning of your big presentation to Sophia arrives. Where are you on the prototype? It'll be done by the end of the day. You gesture to where the prototyping machine is churring away. We're right on schedule. There's still a little tinkering to do, but don't worry. It'll blow Sophia away. You seem very confident. We've been working hard to get this right. Have a little faith in us, Evan. Evan gives you a nod and then heads back to his office, and you turn to the rest of your team. Alright, let's go over everything that still needs to get done. A few hours later, you're just about to call Addie over to the other side of the lab to check your results when you get an unexpected visitor to your workstation. I hate to interrupt someone as important and busy as you, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Jordan? Nice to see a familiar face. I've practically forgotten what the world outside the work looks like. Then allow me to remind you. Actually, I'm here on behalf of the two young gentlemen who'd love to invite you out to lunch, since they had a half day of school today. Is that so? Well, to be completely honest, they came to surprise their mom, but she was in a meeting. Sam suggested we invite you instead. Jordan leans close, dropping her voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, the boys seem to be even more excited by the prospect. They've missed you over the last couple of weeks. Yeah, well, it's called working a job. They'll accept it because I'm not their mother or parent. I've missed them too, and I do have a little time before my next test results will come in. Join the twins for a diamond choice. What a surprise. Let's do it. Just give me a few minutes to make sure everything is in order. Perfect. I'll meet you out front. You wave goodbye to Jordan and turn back to your station, but not before you notice Addie watching you from across the lab. Keep your fantasies to yourself, Addie. 10 minutes later, you slide in a town car to find the twins waiting for you with a huge picnic basket settled between them. Anna, we missed you. Jordan, I can't believe you pulled it off. Thanks for the vote of confidence, buddy. Carter, can you take us to the park, please? Right away. It's good to see you again, Miss Shula. Oh, you do, Carter. I feel like I haven't seen a human without a lab coat in weeks. We were wearing aprons earlier. That's kind of like a lab coat. Sure it is, Mason. I feel like I should warn you, the twins did the cooking. I hope you like peanut butter and potato chip sandwiches. I'll give anything a try once. PB and potato chip. That's my favorite combo. Ooh, a little salty, a little sweet, and a whole lot of deliciousness. Exactly. Liliana taught me how to make them. She calls them crunch and munch. Girls. Did you forget who you're talking to? Oops, sorry. Carter pulls up outside the park, and the four of you get out. Mason reaches in the basket and hands Carter one of the wrapped sandwiches. Here you go. We made you one too. Well, thanks, boys. That was very thoughtful. I'll be back to pick y'all up in 45 minutes. See you soon, Carter. The boys bound off ahead, carrying the basket between them. You and Jordan follow after. Soon, you're settled on a picnic or blanket with a picnic laid out before you. We packed lemonade and cookies and carrot sticks. Plus the PB and potato chips. Jordan said we had to include at least one vegetable. I heard carrots make you see in the dark. Is it true, Anna? I ate a whole bag once, and all that happened was my tongue turned orange. And also it affects your skin because of all the beta-carotene, but moving on. The twins turn to you, excited, expectingly waiting to hear your answer. The truth is, we won't know until we eat all the carrots. This job is for the scientific method. What's your hypothesis? What carrots make you see in the dark? I'm gonna go X-ray vision. Well, then let's write it down and start eating carrots. The boys start fighting over the sticks, and Jordan flashes you a smile over their heads. You dig into the peanut butter and potato chip sandwiches, which proves to be tastier than you were expecting. So, how's everything at school? Well, Mickey got into trouble for writing a bad word on his history test. And they shouldn't call it a poop deck. If they don't want people to say it. He ain't wrong. As you can see, it's been an exciting couple of weeks. And what about you? What's your favorite part of your new job? Well, the centrifuge is pretty neat. It's the thing that spins samples so fast that it separates out different fluids. As fast as a roller coaster? Kinda. Faster. And, you can get to use a microscope? Every day. What's your team working on now? Your station was almost overflowing with cool stuff earlier. My current project is going to change the world, but then again, hopefully every project in the environmental division changes the world. We're working on biodegradables right now. What does biodegradable mean? Oh, for the love of... It means it will eventually dissolve and go into the ground to become plant food, which the world desperately needs because the soil in the most of the world is nutrient deficient. Think about the next time you eat something from the ground. It's not got as many nutrients as it used to. Gross. I had a friend who was really into biodegradables in college. Are you working on new compostable materials? Not exactly, but I don't want to bore you all with the details. Actually, what I really want to hear about is what you two have planned for Halloween. Are your costumes all picked out? I'm gonna be a pirate, and Mason's gonna be my first mate. Nuh-uh. I picked my costume, or haven't yet. Some of the kids in my class want us to go as superheroes. How about go as whatever the hell you want to be and stop going with peer pressure? I mean, Lily wants you to go superheroes, but even though we always match. I think a pirate superhero is just what we need right now. Who else is gonna save the world from sea monsters? Yeah, maybe we can both be captains, Mickey. Fine, but I get the eye patch. I'll play for you. Play you for it. Jordan, did you pack the soccer ball? Of course, just make sure you stay where I can see you, and don't kick it out in the water. The boys scurry off to kick the soccer ball around, their little fight already forgotten. Seems like Mickey is still struggling with Mason and Liliana's friendship. A little. They both had a lot of adjusting to do this year. Growing up is hard. He's lucky to have you around. That's really nice of you to say, Hannah. Well, it was really nice of you to help plan this whole outing, so I guess we're even. The twins motion for you two to join them. Shall we? Jordan offers you a hand up off the blanket. You take it, allowing her to help you to your feet. Friends pull each other along, why not? Smile and pull Jordan towards the boys. Come on. I'm coming. You jog over to where the boys are playing, still hand in hand until you reach them. Before you spend the rest of your lunch break kicking the soccer ball around. By the time Carter picks you up, the boys are ready to talk his ear off about the outing. I can juggle a soccer ball 3 times, Carter. I can do 4. Very impressive. Back in my youth, I got as high as 15 juggles. Really? I was young once too, you know. You were? I'm gonna smack you. You and Jordan share an amused look as the boys keep chatting. Jordan leans in while they're still distracted. It was interesting seeing you at work in the lab today. You look at home there. Thanks. I love it. Some days it feels like I've been there for years. I felt that way about being the twins' nanny too. When a job is right, you just know it. Jordan casts you a sidelong look. Or when a person is right. You aren't sure whether she's talking about herself or Sam, so you just smile and nod. Anyways, thanks again for making this lunch happen. I needed the break. It was our pleasure. Right, boys? Right. On your way back from lunch, you spot a familiar silhouette heading into the elevator. You haven't had a chance to really talk to Sam in weeks. What a shame. So you quicken your steps to join her just as the doors start to close. Unfortunately, there are 4 other people already inside. Good afternoon, Miss Dalton. You and Sam share a secret smile as she greets the groom. Keep my distance. You leave a respectable amount of distance between you as Sam turns back to you. Rumor has it you're working on something big down in the environmental lab. If you're trying to get division secrets out of me, Miss Dalton, you'll be sorely disappointed. It was worth a try. This is my stop. Her fingers graze against yours as she leaves. You shiver at the stolen touch. As soon as the elevator starts moving again, the two of the other employees start whispering to each other. I still can't believe she broke up with Sophia Russo. Are you kidding? She's terrifying. Last week I accidentally bumped into her and I thought she was going to stab me with her stiletto. I've seen them around. I think they're from manufacturing, Robin's department. Besides, I heard that the grapevine that Dalton is dating someone new. You perk up at this, but try to remain casual. I'm gonna pretend not to care. You let people run their mouths and you casually pull out your phone to disguise your eavesdropping. Dalton has a new fling already? Who? No idea, but apparently she's like super mystery into this girl, or super into this mystery girl, buys her flowers, chocolates, the works. How romantic. You can't help but feel thrilled knowing you're the cause of all this gossip. Yeah, okay. And no one has any idea who I am. As the elevator reaches the manufacturing floor, their conversation shifts back to work. I can't believe Flores is making us do this again. I mean, since it's only a fraction of a decibel point, no one will notice. Yeah, maybe if she'd ever worked a day in her life, she'd know how much that fraction matters. What's Robin up to now? You finally make your way back to the environmental lab and find Addie recording some findings in the chart. Hello, Anna. I was just going over your presentation again. I think we should just the timing of when we reveal the prototype. Addie, you wouldn't happen to know anyone from the manufacturing division, would you? Sure. I hung out with some of them last year's holiday. They're pretty cool, actually. We talked about this new gene editing thing. Maybe Addie can introduce me. It wouldn't hurt to get some inside info on what Robin is really up to, and find out more about those rumors about Sam's personal life.
That's the inside scoop about Robin, yeah?
Hey, would you be willing to introduce me to some of them? They seem cool, and we've got plenty of time to tweak the presentation later. Sure thing. You and Addie head out for the manufacturing floor. The two employees from the elevator are in a hallway hanging up fall decorations. A little to the left. No, too far. Oh, if it's up, then it's fine. No one's judging us for it. Don't be so sure about that. Addie, good to see you, man. I was just showing Anna here the worst apartment in the building. She's new, so she needs to know what floors to avoid. It's nice to meet you, Anna. I'm Teresa, and my partner in crime here is Julian. It's nice to meet you, too. This seems like a fun division. The head of the apartment must be a chill boss letting you hang up decorations and stuff. I guess. Addie gives you an odd look, so you try a different tactic. Here, let me help you put up some of those streamers. To be perfectly honest, it's nice to have a little break from the lab. We've been getting non-stop for a couple weeks now. I feel that. Russo riding you as much as Flores is riding us. Oh, yeah. Your division must be working on something big. I guess you could say that. It's definitely the most hours I put in since I was up for promotion a few years back. Wow, must be a huge deal. The two manufacturing employees exchange a look. It's a lot of technical jargon. I'm afraid, I'm sure we just as lost as if you told us what you've been working on. Probably, but it never hurts to have a fresh perspective. The four of you finish putting up the last of the decorations and stand back to admire them. Maybe all this has something to do with the merger, or Mr. Russo dying. There's so much drama going on that sea level. And how do you know that? Come to think of it, I did see the new Dalton nanny going into your lab earlier. You saw Jordan? Oh, so you know her. Is that your source? Uh-oh. I can't have them linking me to Sam. I need to turn this around and get them to open up. Jordan is, my girlfriend.
You're dating the Dalton nanny?
Why didn't you say that when she came to invite you to lunch today? It's still pretty new. In fact, it's probably presumptuous to call her my girlfriend already. I don't want to jinx it, you know? I get it. Plus, you gotta protect your inside source. Jordan must know some juicy stuff. She lives with the daughter of the CEO. Spill. You lower your voice conspiratorially, and they all lean in to hear. I heard that Ramen came to talk to Sam about Sophia, but Sam didn't hear her out. Because Sophia cheated with Robin? How do you know that? Anna isn't the only one with sources. I overheard Flores and Russo talking about it in their office a little while back. According to Jordan, the conversation seemed like it had more to do with the company. If they're trying to work together, they're failing pretty miserably.
It could be the opposite. Maybe they're trying to outdo each other.
Oh, that would explain why Flores has us cutting corners all over the place to make the division look more productive and profitable.
I've never rounded up so many decimal points in my life.
Isn't that dangerous?
Nothing will make it through QA, but it'll be months before it kicks back to us.
Which means we'll have to do the work all over again. Sure, we save money now, but what's going to happen next quarter or next year? It won't matter if Robin is CEO by then. That's terrible. I've never thought about it, but at least Russo isn't that bad. Yeah, we may be putting in long hours, but she actually wants us to make something profitable. It's not just make-believe. You all nod in commiseration. But enough about that. Has Jordan told you anything about Dalton's new girlfriend? Oh, she hasn't said anything. Oh, I heard she's young and hot, making much more of an impression than Addison ever did. Who's Addison?
Oh, right, you must have been, before your time. Sam Dalton's wife. She tragically died, maybe, 5 years ago?
How sad. I wonder why no one mentions her.
Her memory is kind of sacred around her. Dalton doesn't talk about her, so no one else does either.
Well, not around her anyway. When it first happened, there was a lot of gossip about how things between them weren't as good as we were supposed to believe. I had no idea.
It's easy to buy good press when you have that much money.
Every marriage has troubles. It's not our place to judge them.
You're right. Dalton wasn't the same for a long time after Addison died. Although rumor has it that that started to change a few months back, around the time her engagement to Russo was announced.
You can't think she's the reason why Sam finally started to recover. My money's on her new girlfriend. It must be true love. They got that part right, at least.
I don't know, man. There's way too much drama for this to be true love.
It's getting late. We should probably head back to the lab before Evan wonders where we are. It's great to meet you, Teresa, Julian. Stop by any time. We love the excuse to chat.
Yeah, and you love the excuse to cut corners, too.
Hattie is in deep thought as you make your way back to the lab. I can't believe Flores is cutting corners like that. I can. Let's just keep this to ourselves for now, okay? I don't want anyone to get in trouble for telling us. Good call. We've got our own work to worry about anyway. A couple hours later, you and the rest of your team stand at the end of the conference room, ready to present. Alright, I'm ready to be amazed. You nod to Charles, who pulls up your slides on the screen. I'll cut to the chase. After analyzing the previous work done by Dalton Enterprises and Russo Industries, we realized developing another biodegradable plastic would be a waste. So instead, we came up with a brand new industrial-grade plastic alternative. Meaning all the plastic parts that are currently used to make MRIs, X-rays, and the other medical machines could be replaced with this instead. For example, prototype CT scan, pass it around. Addie and Sophia and Evan, identical scans. They both take a moment to examine them. These were made with your prototype. One of them is. Can you tell which one? Ooh, I like that. I like that. Make them guess. She and Evan exchange pieces, looking them over closely.
I honestly can't.
As you can imagine, this has huge implications on the carbon footprint of every hospital in the world, and this is just the beginning. We can... Sophia holds up her hand to cut you off. You and your team exchange worried looks as she reviews your prototypes again and skims through the presentation documents. Finally, she sits back in her chair and smiles. I knew I chose the right woman for the job. I'll need to see how quickly we can bring your research to scale, but I like what I'm hearing. Your team murmurs happily beside you. This is a huge win, but you can't help but feel apprehensive at Sophia's praise. This is just what I need to make my mark here. You should be proud of yourself, Anna. I'm glad I did my job well. That makes two of us. She stands from her chair and all eyes turn her way. Evan, make sure you're prepped on all the research for the next product expo in Monte Carlo next week.
Yes, ma'am.
She breezes out of the room, followed closely by Evan. Your co-workers let out a loud cheers now that the bosses are gone, and Addie pulls you into a quick hug. I think we've earned a relaxing weekend after this. You can say that again. Later that night, you're relaxing at home with a warm cup of tea and a romance novel. Ugh. The particularly steamy scene between a duke and a heroine is interrupted by the ping of a text message. You smile when you see it's from Sam. Hello, beautiful. Finally got the boys to bed. Did you give them a kiss for me? Always. They loved having lunch with you today. Me too. You missed out on our latest culinary masterpiece, PB and potato chip sandwiches. Sounds salty. I heard you nailed your presentation today. Congrats. I'm so proud of you. Really? Why wouldn't I be? It makes beating Sophia harder for you. It was always going to be hard, but I'd rather win by beating the best. Speaking of the com, I met some people from manufacturing today. They told me Robin's cutting major corners to make the division look 100%. It didn't take long for her to resort to cheating. They don't think the mistakes will fully get approved, but none of it will be reviewed until after the comp. That'd be disastrous for the whole company. Thanks for telling me. I don't want to talk about work all night, but I did want to celebrate you kicking ass. What did you have in mind? Since I'm watching the boys and can't be there in person, I tried to get you the next best thing. Go check your front door. You leave your phone on the couch and head to the front door, and you find your gift sitting in the hallway. Congratulations from Sam, champagne and strawberries. Aw, that's sweet of her. You bring it inside and then text Sam back. That is amazing. It's a poor consolation for not being able to congratulate you in person, but I hope you enjoy. You deserve it. I miss you so much. I've been so busy, and now you're gonna be in Monte Carlo for a week. I feel the same. I couldn't stop thinking about you tonight. Yeah, especially when I was in the shower. Pix or it didn't happen. Oh, you never question this. A moment later, your phone beeps with the steamy photo from Sam. Oh my god. Well then. Pixelberry upping their game there, I see. You're able to respond to Sam's gift when an idea occurs to you. Maybe I could show her just how much I appreciate her thoughtfulness in a video call. Have a steamy chat with Sam. Your phone buzzes with a couple texts from Sam as you carry your basket of goodies to your bedroom. You get settled and then call her. Okay, new rule. The next time one of us sends a sexy photo, the other has to respond immediately. You had me worried there for a minute. Really? Okay. Sorry. I was just getting comfortable. You prop your phone up, making sure Sam can see every inch of you. I can see that. Your turn. She takes a moment to set her phone on the foot of her bed before settling in. Comfortable? I'd be more comfortable with you in my arms, but it's a start. Oh, and what would you do if I was there? Even over the phone, you can hear the purr of command in her voice. Your body tightens in anticipation. Start stripping you until you're completely naked. Run your hands over your clothes, slowly, deliberately letting the fabric slide up or pull down to expose slivers of your bare skin to the camera. Like this. I wish I was there right now. I wish I was the one touching you. Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do without someone to touch me, or someone to taste me? You slip your fingers in your mouth and trail it down your neck towards your breast. You don't stop until you're teasing your hardened nips under your bra. Oh, let me see. You remove the rest of your clothes, then reposition yourself so Sam has the perfect view. Your hands return to your breast, tweaking both at the same time. It's driving me crazy not to be there with you. Sam. I wish you were here too. Touching me, stroking, licking. She lets out a low curse as she reaches for her clothes. A moment later, she's as bare as you, spread out on her bed. One of her hands disappears inside of her underwear as the other cups and strokes her breast. Tell me more. I get outside of the champagne and strawberries and lick your lips hungrily. So impatient. First, I want to indulge. You chose the biggest strawberry and hold it to your lips. Swirl your tongue around the edge before taking a bite. Strawberry juice coats your fingers. You start to lick your thumb. Then, when a better idea occurs to you. I didn't know we had chocolate dipping, but why not? The strawberry is delicious, but not nearly as delicious as you. You finish the fruit in your hand and reach for the dipping salt. You swirl some on your finger. Glancing over to make sure Sam is watching your every move, you start to spread the chocolate in slow, sensual circles. Oh, it's colder than I thought. If I were there, I'd warm you up. I'd take it between my lips and lick every inch of you clean. Your breath hitches as you visualize Sam's mouth on you. You close your eyes and let your imagination take over. Your fingers become her tongue, trailing over every inch of your body as a thrill runs through you. Are you picturing me, Anna? Yes, only you can make me feel like this. I need you. Maybe we should slow down a bit. You have another gift to enjoy. Sam's own hand stills as she nods towards the bottle of champagne next to you. Good idea. Pop the cork. The sparkling wine fizzes as you take a swig right from the bottle. Delicious. You go to take another sip when an idea occurs to you. Listen, I have other ideas and... Yep, nope. Tease the tip of the bottle on my finger. You tip the bottle so it starts to cascade down your chest, over your breast. Your cool liquid makes you shiver, adding another thrill to your excitement. You're making a complete mess, but given how Sam's eyes darken as she watches, you don't give a damn. Anna, you're killing me. I want to lap that champagne off your soft, luscious body. You smirk as her grip on the sheets tighten. Her body is an epitome of restraint, of control. Show me. I want to see you. Her movements are deft. Sure, she tips her head back as the speed increases. I'm picturing you in this bed with me right now. Your fingers find the center as you encourage Sam to describe her fantasy. Tell me more. You're spreading out on the comforter as I kneel over you. She sifts so she's on her knees, her legs open, as if straddling you. You're squirming underneath me, begging me to touch you, but I refuse, just to torture you. You moan as you picture yourself trapped between her thighs, wholly at her mercy. You slip another finger. Then what do? It's not what I do next, but you. You beg me to ride your face, but I finally let you have what you desire. Her hips start to thrust as her movements become more frantic. You can see the strain of her gorgeous face, even through the phone. And I'm close. Not... You increase your speed, but it's not enough. Not when the real thing is so close, yet so far. Sam, I need you to tell me what to do. Ride your hand, don't hold back. I want to hear every moan that falls off that lips as you come. I want you to scream so loud your neighbors think I'm there with you. Oh God. That's right, lied to in as deep as they'll go. You moan as you follow Sam's order as your whole body thrums with delight and anticipation. Look at me. You lift your gaze to meet hers, and even though you're miles apart, the electricity between the two of you is as strong as if she was right there with you. I can't take much more of this. She groans and begins to work her hand against herself at an almost frantic pace. Are you imagining me? Yes, you're here with me. Not naked, your hands all over my body. Your tongue is on me as I lick you out. We're so close together. You're touching me, taking me. That's right, you're mine. You always will be. Neither of you can resist the deep, pulsing pull of release any longer. With a shout of ecstasy, you crest against your hand. Wave after wave of pulsing pleasure lifts you up before crashing back down again. When you finally catch your breath, you look up to see Sam, equally satisfied through the screen. Wow, that was amazing. Still not as good as the real thing, but a close second. You shift up to grab your phone when you accidentally knock some of the strawberries over. Whoops, guess I better clean this up before I fall asleep in this mess. Sorry you have to take care of that yourself. I wish... Wait to hear what she wishes, but she only sighs and shakes her head. It doesn't matter what I wish. I have you, and that's enough for now. Good night, Sam. Sweet dreams, Anna. I'll talk to you in the morning. You in the call, feeling satisfied, but still wishing all of the sneaking around was over. Just a little longer, Anna. This'll all be worth it in the end. After a quick shower and a change of sheets, you drift off to sleep, dreaming of Sam and all the non-clandestine evenings you have ahead of you. We were more hands-on when she literally had Sophia in a relationship with her. Think about that. The next evening, you were getting ready for bed when you're interrupted by a brisk knock at the door. You open it to find... No, I won't be with you. Closes the door. Sophia, you're making house calls now? Do you even know where I live? How did you even know where I live? It's in your personnel file. Oh, and that's not illegal at all. Now get your bags packed and do something about those wrinkly pajamas. The plane leaves in an hour. You couldn't have called. What plane? The plane from Monte Carlo, obviously. There's been a change of plans and you're coming with. Oh, okay. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Add down description below, links to social media, Discord, if you'd like to support me and my content. Without further ado, let me know what you thought down in the comment section below about today's chapter. It was, interesting. We'll just go with that. At least they're getting better at writing these types of scenes. I'll at least give them that. It almost feels like Choices itself and the writer for this book is finding their comfort zone with, you know, writing, how can I put this, adult-oriented content. It's cute. It's very cute. You're only about a decade, if not two, behind me, but I digress. Bye.